What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Flippin' Soup on this fine, beautiful Sunday. Actually, it's kind of an overcast, but it's always a beautiful day here in Michigan. Today I want to touch base on, I'm going to give you guys some life examples that I've went through that's helped me through eBay. Because, again, I will tell you again, you're going to have times throughout your eBay business, guys, where you're going to hit roadblocks. You're going to hit mental roadblocks. You're going to hit all kinds of things. And an example I want to use is I spoke about it the other day. I dislike jogging. I'm not a big fan of jogging, right? It's not something that, in the beginning, when I first started doing it, I started exercising again about 2 months ago, consistently. And let me tell you this right now. You want to talk about failure to pavement. I literally went to just walk. I started walking, guys. And this is what I'm talking about when you're first starting to resell on eBay. I just started walking, and I was running out of breath. That tells you how bad I was out of shape. And I go to a corner every single day and back. And I was telling myself months ago, or years ago, I should say, I was able to run 5 miles consistent, nonstop. And that's not a boast. It's just telling you how good a shape I was in at one time, and then I went out of shape, and now I'm getting back there again. But when I first tried, I said, all right, I've walked long enough. Now today, I'm going to attempt to jog. I made it from one driveway to the next driveway. Ultimate failure. I failed. But I kept pushing forward. And this is what it's going to correlate with eBay, is you're going to hit them roadblocks on eBay. I don't care what anybody says. You hear the top dogs talking about how successful they are and all this other stuff, but you don't hear them emphasizing too much on the failures they went through to get to where they got today. And that's why I created this channel a long time ago, and this is why I'm going to continue to. And I've even had doubt in my mind, guys, making these videos. Maybe these video contents, maybe I'm not going to reach the right amount of people. But I wake up every morning and I think about you guys. Now, that might not surprise some of you, but I actually wake up thinking about you guys because I want the best for you guys. I want the best for your eBay business, and I want the best for this channel. And there's somebody out there that my message needs to be heard to. I wanted to give up making videos many times. I've told myself I've got negative thinking just like you guys got negative thinking. And I've had to find ways to defeat that. And the ways I do that is to continue pushing forward and tell myself, nope, that's just the old me playing back, saying that these video content isn't helping you get anywhere. Why am I continuing to do it? I've had thoughts like that. But that I don't lean on them thoughts. I figure out a way to keep going and keep pushing forward and keep going. If you're having issues in your eBay business and you feel like you're not going anywhere, I'm giving you a prime example. Like, I was out of shape. I did not want to go and walk every single day to get in enough shape to be able to eventually start jogging from one driveway, which is my driveway, to the next driveway, then walking another driveway, and then jogging. I didn't want to have to go through all that, but I did it because I knew my health needed it. And there's things in your eBay business where you're going to get to a point where you're going to be stagnant. You're going to get to a point where it's not going to grow anymore. And the reason why it's not growing anymore is because what you're putting into it is the top results you're going to get out of it, right? So there comes a point in your eBay business where you got to decide that you're either going to change something in your routine, which could be as simple as adding an extra item a day in your listings, upping your customer service, whatever it may be, right? You need to add a little bit of something, or else you're going to continue to get the same results. I ask myself this all the time. I've had times reselling on eBay where eBay has defeated me. Listen, you hear what I just said? eBay defeated my mentality before. It's actually all in my head, but I allowed eBay to defeat me. Think about what I've told you guys what I've been through in life. I've been incarcerated for almost 10 years of my life. I've been in some low aspects of life, guys. I was a drug addict and alcoholic for many years. And I rose above that and conquered that. So I look back at it now, and I think to myself, I allowed eBay to beat me, and none of that stuff defeated me. I'm still here breathing today. Now, that's a blessing. I don't take that for granted. That's a blessing I'm still here. I have friends that I grew up with that got involved in the same stuff that is no longer here with us today. So I'm fortunate, I'm blessed, and I'm grateful for being here today. But there's something that keeps telling me to push forward. There's something that tells me, and then there's another little guy in the back corner of my mind that tells me this just ain't for you. It is for you. This is for you. You can't be tough. Here's what, you know what, Muhammad Ali, I got a picture of him over here. Matter of fact, I just added that to the collection not long ago. You know, do you know, before that man was the greatest, he proclaimed he was the greatest. You know what that did to him? It made him the greatest. Why would you say you're the greatest reseller in history if you're not the greatest reseller in history, right? Why would you ever say that to yourself? To start believing you can achieve that level of reselling. Muhammad Ali said the same thing. He got on live international TV and said that he is the greatest before he was the greatest. And what did he become? The greatest. Eric Thomas. Another fine example of that right there. That was homeless and eating out of trash cans in Detroit, Michigan. Proclaimed when he was number 20 motivational speaker in the world, he proclaimed that he was the number one motivational speaker in the world. And when he went to his computer and looked at it, the world proclaimed what he had said. The world proclaimed that E.T. is now the number one motivational speaker in the world. It's your doubts, guys. Your doubts will hold you back further than anything else out there. And it's held me back, guys. It's held me back. I've changed an abundance of stuff within this past 2 months of what I do on my daily routine. Your daily routine, I kid you not, is more important than anything throughout your eBay business. If what you do for yourself in the morning, how do I want to word it? If you can't get yourself in a good, powerful, positive state of mind in the morning, your business, I'm telling you right now, is not going anywhere. If you go into your eBay reselling every single day with the same attitude you went into it with the day before, you're basically fucked. Hey, excuse my language, but that's what you are. You can't keep going in every day with the same attitude expecting different results. That's insanity. We all know that. You can't do that. You have to push the boundaries. You got to believe in yourself. If you can't believe in yourself to be the next greatest reseller, you're going to be the next mediocre reseller. And most mediocre resellers don't make it. I've been a mediocre reseller since I started reselling. You know what I mean? Like, I really have. I'm stepping up. I'm doing different things within my business now. So within the next year, I can start proclaiming some things I can see myself to be. I'm not there yet. I'm working at it every single day, though. Everybody I watch about reselling, they're not where they want to be, but they're a lot farther than they used to be. I watch Tech and Sports, as you guys know. He made $2 million a year now in sales on eBay, starting out with nothing. Starting out 11, maybe he's been doing it 13 years now, but he started out with nothing, just like me and you did. What's the difference between him and you? He made a commitment to himself and to his business that nothing was going to get into his way. He is willing to learn whatever it takes to get to the next level. And if you really want to get to the next level in eBay, you got to be willing to do the things you don't want to do. There's no way. That's why I used right in the beginning the jogging, for example. Now, I told you guys about 2 months ago, it was hard for me to walk to the corner and back. It was hard for me when I began to jog to the next driveway and back. Today, I'm able to jog out of my driveway to the corner and back, no stopping. That should tell you something. Anything you put your mind, anything you set your mind to, you can achieve that shit. You just have to be willing to be patient. There's no way impossible. If I told myself, look, when I leave this driveway, I'm going to start jogging. And if I don't make it to the corner and back, I'm done jogging. I'd be in a worse place than I was 2 months ago. I would have never made it. You can't start from zero and get to 120 in the same day. You can't do that. You can't start reselling and be $1 million reseller in a year. It's not going to happen. I don't care what you do to yourself. You can push yourself super hard and have that in the back of your mind that one day I'm going to be $1 million reseller a year. You can do that to yourself, but know it's going to take time. At the same time, have balance in there. You guys you can't say, if I'm not $1 million reseller in a year, I'm done with reselling. I'm going to go back to my 9 to 5. You do that, you'll be back at your 9 to 5 before you know it. You'll be back to your 9 to 5 before that year ends. I guarantee it. It's not going to happen like that. There's a lot of things that eBay consists of that you gotta build. I think the number one important thing about reselling is you gotta build a system that is fluent and works for you. You have to build a system. My system isn't the same as Daily Refinement system. It's not far off, but he's doing a way larger scale than I am. He's listing 150 items a day, where I'm still between 25 and 30 items a day. Right? So, and the way he sets things up might be different than the way I set it. That's why I said, you got to figure out, take tips and tricks from people that make videos like this that can give you, okay, this is how they do it, but what's going to work best for me? Like my layout of where my clothes sit and where my finished products end up is different, probably, I would imagine, than Daily Refinements or Texas, but not much. They're on a much larger scale. Maybe they got a bigger table because they need a lot more space to put their finished product, right? But, and again, when I used to list my items, I would list my items, then at the end of me listing my items, I would put my inventory away. Now, by the time I'm done with every listing, it is a finished product. It's not start, half finish, and then come back and finish. It's start to finish now. It is start to finish listing. And those are little examples of what I'm talking about, systems you got to build up. I didn't have that system until 2 weeks ago. So where I did start to finish. Start to finish is the best thing I ever did. I don't ever have to go back in the system and put a custom SKU in. I don't ever have to worry about when I'm done listing that I need to work another 2 to 3 hours after that. I simply put them in a box and I'm done. It's over with. So, for number one, you have to believe within yourself that you're worthy of it. That's another obstacle. A lot of people feel guilty of their past or whatever. I did. Guys, I told you I lived in prison almost 10 years of my life. I felt horrible. I felt working class citizens were paying, their tax dollars were paying to keep me incarcerated and all that. Like, I went through so much mental anguish throughout there. I deserved what I got. Don't get me wrong. I don't want any sympathy from anybody. I learned a lot from that experience. I wouldn't advise anybody to go there. Don't go there if you don't have to. I didn't like it at all, so don't think that I'm gloating about it. But I deserved what I got. And what I'm trying to get to the bottom line of is you can't let your past defeat what you're going to become this year. You can't do that. What do you think? I'm going to give you an example. New Year's resolutions. How many people have you heard say, I'm going to make a New Year's resolution, and they're done by February? They're right back to who they used to be. It's because it's not a must. It's a want. They want to quit smoking cigarettes. They want to start exercising. They want to start the business they've always wanted to start, but never, had the courage to start, whatever it might be. And then by February or March, they're right back to who they used to be when they made that New Year's resolution. That's because it's not a must. It's not a must. It's a must for me to succeed. It's something I wake up with, I go to bed with. I want to provide for my family like I've never been able to provide for my family at any 9 to 5 that I ever worked for. So that's one of my big whys. And I put myself through enough hell in life, so why not put myself, the rest of my life, have a little bit easier of a life, right? Why not do that for yourself? That's what it really boils down to. What are you doing this for? If you're having a hard time getting out of bed, you want to hit the snooze button or whatever. Trust me, we all want to do that, right? We all want to hit the snooze button in the morning, right? Everybody does. Think about your kids. If that's what it takes. Think about your grandma. Think about your mother. Think about your father. Think about your spouse, your significant other, whatever. That you want to do. You want to help be able to provide for. Is that snooze button more important than what you want to be able to do for them? And if it is, then maybe you don't care about them as much as you think you do. Yeah, I'm not pointing any flaws out in anybody. I'm relating on how the way I used to think. I speak about me, myself. Yes, I use some people as references, like Tech and Sports and Chris and Daily Refinement. Why? Because I look up to both of them guys. And both of them guys were in my same situation at one time. And I'm not saying they were in prison or anything like that. But I'm talking about starting the eBay, starting out on eBay. I'm going on 14 months in. I'm a newbie, right? Yeah, I know that. And I'm going to keep telling myself I'm a newbie for the next decade. Why? Because if you believe you're a newbie, you're going to be open to new ideas. If you believe you got it all together, if you believe you got all the pieces of the pie put together, you can't grow anymore. You're done. That's as far as you're going to get. You can always learn more. You can always advance a system you got. You can always advance your listing speed. You can always advance how you list. There's a lot of things. eBay is going to change every single year, guys. So you got to adapt with it, or you may as well hang it up. Why do you think some of the people that's been reselling for 20 years are making the exact income they were making their first year in 20 years down the road? They're not trying anything different. They're doing the same thing every single day. And I'm not judging anybody that's been doing that. I'm not knocking anybody. If that's what you choose to do, do it. That's not my motto. If I'm not growing every year, I'm wasting my time and your time. What's up, babe?
He's here.
Okay, our auto mechanic is here. So I hope you guys have a blessed day. I love you all. It's your boy Flippin' Stu.